time to podcast.
Under our bed.
And we're here.
We are here.
You guys should have seen Sally like a minute ago trying to... She doesn't like her headphones. She has a small head. A petite head? What should we...
Yeah, small. I don't know. It is a small head.
It's very darling.
Thank you.
But headphones don't fit it well.
No, they don't. And they're like as big as my head.
So Sally was trying to put the headphones under her chin, behind the back of her. Like she was pulling off gymnastic stunts that you had never seen before. Seriously.
And by the way, none of them worked. So I'm back to the normal headphones on top of my head.
I think you look just fine.
Oh, thank you.
Sal, we survived Christmas.
Yes, we did. Another Christmas in the books. And now it's on to the new year.
New year. And that's what we're going to talk about this year. It's December 28th, 2021. We are approaching 2022.
I can't believe it.
Can you believe that?
2022.
I remember in 2000 when we celebrated with some dear friends, the Liddells. Do you remember this in Spokane, Washington? Yeah. And I thought it was like the end of the world, like the world couldn't go on. I mean, I'm kind of kidding, and now it's 2022.
It's so crazy. It is so crazy.
What has happened to the time?
It just goes faster. It really does. I mean, I heard people say that when I was younger, like older people. Oh, the time just goes faster and faster. I was like, oh, yeah, ha, 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 ha. No, it really does.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. That is so interesting. I don't know if it's because you've experienced so much more, so there's not as many surprises. I mean, there are still a lot of surprises but maybe not as many new... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, new things. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words at why. I don't know.
So you can't explain that mystery to us.
I cannot explain that. I wish I could.
Well, maybe it's too, you've just lived like the time, a year's a lot less time when you're 44 years old than when you were 4 years old or even 24 years old, right?
And maybe it's that you have so much going on. When you're older, there's so many things you're like keeping track of that it just kind of goes fast because you're not just playing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you excited about for 2022? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I personally love the new year. I really do. I think of it as this fresh start. Mm-hmm. It's always like, okay, at the end of the year is always kind of a whirlwind, and there's so much going on and you're so busy. And then January hits and it's kind of like, I can take a breath. I can step back. I can look at my life at the year before and see how it all went, what I want the next year to kind of look like. Obviously, there are a lot of things you can't control, but, how do I want to live my life this year?
Here's the thing. Every new year, I start saying, I want to live my life thinner.
Yeah, I know.
And it doesn't work.
Let's see. I would guess 90% of the people in the world say that same thing.
But it doesn't work. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? I mean, I fluctuate within a 10-pound range or whatever, but sometimes I go up a little. Sometimes I go down a little. It is frustrating.
Yeah. I think here's the thing. I do think about goal setting. Let's talk about that for a minute.
We're a goal-setting family.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, so I've always set goals around the new year. Sally slowly thereafter jumped in or maybe had as well, but
I did not as seriously as you.
And now we involve our whole family. Mm-hmm. So we have kind of a night where we get together. Sometimes we start talking about it sometimes on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or before that. Yep. And we sit down and everyone has some quiet time, find some quiet space, and they write out their goals. And we come up with one family goal.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. We come up with family goal, which I love. I love doing that, involving everyone in how can our family be better? What do we want to do this year?
So let me ask you a question just to show that we are like everyone else. What was our family goal for 2021?
I do not remember.
So sometimes it doesn't go so well. I remember in 2020, it was support. Yes. It was like love, support, sweat into dad, trying to become the governor
race.
The governor race, like embrace it for all it's worth. No matter what comes, no matter what happens. We had no idea COVID was around the corner. Mm-hmm. Embrace it for what it is. Suck the good out of it. Let the bad go. And so anyways, that was the goal for 2020. What was it for 2021?
Usually I I print out, I type up my goals and I print them out and put them in by my mirror in the bathroom. And I usually put the family goal on there, and I didn't this year. Did we not do a family goal this year? I would be shocked if we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, but this just shows we're like everyone else.
Yeah,
anyways, we try to set a family goal, I would say it's like more of a focus, like we're going to, I'm going to just guess our family goal for 2021 was survive COVID, which we did. I'm kidding.
It's very possible that that's what it was.
But you were going to say you love setting goals, or you're a goal setter. Sorry, I was just giving a little more of the backdrop. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. So I love, seeing what can I improve on? And I think, it's like you said, a lot of goals. I was looking over my goals. I look at them almost every day, and I'm kind of disappointed, as usual, of what I didn't accomplish. And I think that that's always been my issue with being a super serious goal setter, is that I think you can go a little bit overboard, with goals and set too many. I think that was my problem this year. I was super excited at the end of last year thinking, I'm going to have so much time. I feel like I'm going to have so much time this year. And I set like 10 goals. Mm-hmm. And that's just not realistic. It's not. So now I'm reevaluating and saying to myself, okay, how can I do it better this year so that I'm not disappointed?
But what's the balance between shooting for the stars and hitting the moon versus being realistic and kind of like really doing nothing?
Well, obviously, no, I don't think.
Well, I'm just talking. What's goals. The balance? Yeah. It's hard, right?
Well, and
to
here's
find that
what
balance.
I kind of have been thinking. I think that goals should be a little more fluid, if that makes sense.
Yeah, more like, I kind of like the idea of themes or focuses. Yeah. Like, I want to focus on being more kind, more charitable, whatever it may be in 2022. And then having a couple bullets under, like, I'm going to do these action items daily or weekly to do that. But a little, maybe a little less measurable. I don't know.
Less rigid.
Rigid.
Like I'm going to, I had a goal of, I'm going to read 4 books this year. I didn't even read one.
You didn't?
No, I read half of one.
I had a goal. Look, I'm looking at my goals right now. I had a goal to weigh in the 170s by my 44th birthday.
Oh, wow.
I currently still weigh 185. And I think I weighed like 185 on my 44th birthday. Like I didn't make it. So we all fall short.
Yeah, we fall short.
You haven't read any books? You've listened to books?
Well, see, that's the thing. I wanted, if I had
said you wanted to read like hardback.
I wanted to actually read, because that means that I took time for myself to sit down and read a book. And
that's
I was
what
just
it was
focusing.
About.
It was about taking time for myself.
Get it.
So anyway, I think that there are different ways to accomplish that than saying, I'm going to read 4 books this year. I can say my goal could be take at least 5 minutes a day doing something I love. Mm-hmm. That's a much more manageable goal, I feel like. And
how's this for a goal? How about take a bath every day under candlelight and with soft music?
And bubbles.
Yeah, bubble bath. Do you think you can make that?
And sparkling apple cider.
Do you think you can make that happen in 2020? Okay,
I don't.
Then let's not do that.
I scratched that one off the list. I can't do that. But that's what I've realized, like this year. Like, I think I just need my goals to be a little bit more not so specific.
It's interesting. I've kind of gone that same way. And people that know me, like you, Sal, and there's a lot of other people that know that I am kind of type A to the max.
Yes.
I have a lot going on. I set a lot of goals. We have a daughter like this who is psycho and awesome.
She loves her goals.
She loves her goals. She loves pushing it. She loves checking off things and getting things done. I'm the same way. Yeah. But I will say the last, 5 years or handful of years, couple years, I have softened a little. Like, I've tried to be more simple. I've tried to have more like focuses instead of like goals. I don't know.
Yeah, I love that.
So it is tricky balance. Yeah.
I like that. Just what are the areas in my life that I want to improve on? What do I want my focus in that area to be this year? I really like that.
Yeah. There are times where it's good to set like buckets of goals, or I'm saying like have a family goal, have a personal goal, have a financial goal, have a fitness goal maybe. I have done that in years past where I've had 5 different areas and had a goal for each area. I think that's helpful. Yeah. I'm looking back on my 2021 goals, by the way, the overall theme, I started making themes now, but I said it's all about the future. Look forward.
Oh.
And so that was the overall theme. But then look, Sal, I have like 12 specific things. And
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much.
See, I think we were feeling last year at the end of the year that we were going to have a more relaxing year.
We were thinking
I think so, because I have a lot too. And I usually have like 4 or 5 maybe. And I had like 7 or 8.
I think we were coming out of COVID on fire.
Yeah.
We thought we could conquer the world.
Like,
and
yes.
Now we're back
the world
to
is our oyster.
All we did was jump out of a plane in 2021. Come on. That's like all I can remember.
And it wasn't even on my list.
Yeah, that wasn't on my list. That's all I can remember and think about. No, that was fun though. So what are you thinking about in 2022? What are so like a focus that I've been thinking, and I've been thinking about a lot about this in this last year, but I want to continue to learn more about the future. Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of studying on AI and cryptocurrency and NFTs and the future blockchain technology. I want to continue to learn about that. That's something that's really piqued my interest. It's gotten me excited. It's scary too, but it's also something that's really exciting. And you can't stop the future from happening. Like what you can do is kind of prepare for it, prepare for what might be coming, and try to mold it in the best way possible. And that's what I want to do. I want to focus on that. That's a theme. Why are you smiling?
Because you are focused on it. Just ask our kids. It's the conversation. Every time you start talking about something, they say, oh no, are you going to start talking about the metaverse?
Yeah, if I say metaverse one more time at the dinner table, my kids are going to
They're
throw
gonna
food
get
at
up
me.
and walk out.
They're deaf to my...
Yeah, you have a different language now. I don't know half the things you're talking about.
Oh, whatever. What are you focused on in 2022? What are you excited about?
I do think that I need to focus more on doing something for myself every day.
I like that.
Yeah.
What is this realization coming to you? How is this happening?
Well, I think because, I get to the end of the day and I go, what did I do today? And I know what I did, but not a single thing was something that was for me. Nothing.
Is that burning you out?
I think it can. Yeah. And I worry about that. And I don't want to not enjoy the things that I am doing every day. And I think if I don't take even, like I said, 5 minutes to do just one thing, that I just sit down and play one piano song or read one chapter in a book or, something like that, then I will kind of resent those things that I'm doing that I don't not love, but I don't want to not love them,
Yeah. You love answering for our 20-year-old where the haircut place is. He just texted you and said, where is Cassie again? Anyways, don't answer that. Yeah. You're constantly helping the kids and you do like that, but you're saying maybe you're a little burnt out. Yeah. And here's a good thing I just realized about sharing goals. Share your goals with your loved ones. I mean, it's good to have maybe some private goals and maybe you keep those to yourself, or maybe you pray about those, you meditate about those, you think about those. But Sal, so one of my goals is now going to be to help you do something every day for yourself.
Yeah.
So there's my goal for the year.
I like that. Help me meet my goal.
But, that's a power in sharing the goal.
Yeah.
Is those that are around you, your loved ones, your family, your friends, they'll help support you in doing that. So how could I help support you in that, Sal? How could I help you do that?
Well, I think if you ask me, towards the end of the day, have you done anything for yourself today? Just remind me. I think that would be really helpful.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Like I said, that's going to be one of my goals for 2022.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
How can I help you in your goals?
Oh, you already helped me enough. I don't want to talk about that. You could talk to me about the metaverse, Sal. And every time I talk about it, your eyes glaze. You're like, come on.
Okay.
Hey, 2022 is coming.
It's coming.
It's around the corner. It's a fresh start. I agree with you. I like the fresh start of the new year. Make the most of it this year, people. by the way, subscribe to the Under Your Bed podcast if
Hey,
you haven't. There's a New Year's resolution.
Woo, yeah.
It will brighten your
weeks. Number
weeks.
one.
It could brighten your weeks. It could hopefully make you laugh. It could be insightful.
Yeah.
Do it. Why not?
For sure. Make it a goal. Come on, why not?
Here comes 2022. Are you ready, Sal?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Love you, Sal. Good
Love
night.
you too. Good night.
Please leave a rating and review for Under Our Bed at your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to the Extraordinary Us podcast with Jeff Burningham as well.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from the Extraordinary Us podcast. Thank you so much for listening to Under Our Bed with Jeff and Sal, my wife and I. We record from a studio literally directly under our master bedroom. It's a great little place for us to hang out and have conversations that I hope are meaningful to you. There's another podcast I do, if you have not heard. It's called The Extraordinary Us, where I interview people, many people that you have heard of from a variety of fields, and we talk about life. Coming up in 2022, we're going to talk about the future. What does the future of the world look like in regards to technology, cryptocurrency, governments, and other things? Can't wait to see you there. Hope that you'll subscribe to Extraordinary Us.